I went to the wedding of my friends Alan and Dina while I was reviewing the Challenger. Alan used to be my photographer. While driving through the beautiful winding roads of Dutchess County, New York, my date said, "Why are all these men leaning out the window and giving you a thumbs up? Don't they usually flash their lights if there's a cop ahead?" "It's the car, dear, the car." When we arrived at the little white church in the big yellow car, one of the bridesmaids even gave us a thumbs up, and I don't think it was for punctuality. When we got to the elegant lakeside reception, the valets insisted on leaving the detonator yellow Dodge in front of the mansion. Several guests stopped by my table to say they would have driven past the venue had they not seen the Challenger. Detonator yellow seems to be somewhere between New York taxicab yellow and "Dear, stop staring at the sun, you'll go blind" yellow. Well, Dodge, if you're listening, this is definitely a car that people are noticing. I even wanted to get a cop's opinion on whether they were more likely to pull over someone in a car this color. Instead, I spent part of that afternoon giving rides to half the guys on the force who wanted to try out the new Challenger. Note to Homeland Security, this would not make a great undercover vehicle. It is, however, surprisingly comfortable on a long trip. Even our 6'5" intern fit easily in the back. I know that the car from the Dukes of Hazzard was a Charger, not a Challenger, and it was orange, not yellow, but trust me, Confederate flag on the roof or not, the Challenger RT with black racing stripes is not a stealth mobile. I mean, this 4,000-pound machine with a 5.7-liter Hemi could have its own episode on the Jersey Shore. As a matter of fact, when we went to Seaside Heights to get some shots of the Challenger, a tattoo artist in his 20s said he was really interested in it because it's not an import. I'm afraid to tell him it's built in Canada, but yes, Chrysler is an American company. Sorta. Chrysler is now jointly owned by the United Auto Workers Union Healthcare Trust, the U.S. government, the Canadian government, and Italian automaker Fiat. But there is certainly a big American feel to it. Even though it's called the Challenger RT for road and track, we only took it on the road, not the track, if you don't count the Taconic Parkway as the track. The 6-speed manual took a little getting used to since it felt like third was where first was supposed to be, but if you own the car, you'd probably not notice it after a while. Something I never got used to was the fourth pedal on the floor. In addition to the gas, brake, and clutch, the parking brake was also on the floor. I've never been in a car with a manual transmission that also had an e-brake, as they call it these days, on the floor. A couple of times I forgot to set it because I'm so used to setting the handbrake after taking my paw off the shifter when I park. Who knew that my garage is actually on an angle? Oh well. With a published 0 to 60 of just 5.1 seconds, the Challenger can fit real-sized adults in the back but satisfy the 16-year-old inside all of us. Speaking of the back seat, it's good that you can put people of driving age back there because they can help you with the blind spots on this car. If they can do that Linda Blair thing, they'll be almost as helpful as Chrysler's excellent blind spot detection system, which for some reason is missing on this car. My main problem with this car is the size of the mirrors. It's great that they've moved them back from the A-pillar so there's a smaller blind spot or less of a blind spot from the A-pillars, but the mirrors are still really small, and it's a pity because Chrysler has a great blind spot detection system. This Challenger could really use it. You know, I'm sure sociologists could write a paper on the thumbs up thing with this car, but as I cruised through an upscale neighborhood, even a boy who appeared to be about 8 years old leaned out of his parents' new Audi and gave the Challenger a thumbs up. The Dodge Challenger RT starts at about $31,000. Even with the Hemi, the Challenger RT managed 15 in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the highway, which is not bad. The prices tested, which included everything from the navigation system, sunroof, and satellite radio to the big black racing stripes, came out to be about $41,000. I'm Grant Winter reporting.